Hi, this is part 2 to a video I made a long time ago. Like, a really long time ago. I never got to do this, but if you're used to my other stuff, this will not interest you in any form. And this was for a different friend of mine who, hopefully will stick to the, like, after the credits, because there's something specific for him, but anyway. Monster Musume, it exists. I got a shit ton of stuff from, well, a shit ton for me, of views from the community. I think it was like 132 views. Holy shit, that's a lot to me. I mean, come on. But mainly, it was some of the support I got. Like, Jesus, I got an entire voiced manga from a guy named Django, and I never did a review on it or any videos on it. I'm very sorry about that, man. If you're still out there, my user deleted my Discord has been deleted, man. So if you're on this video, you can resend it on a different account. Sorry about that. But let's get right into it and see what exactly the manga is like for this heavily, I don't even know what to say. It's hard to make an intro.
So how about we just get straight into it? Monster Musume, an interesting anime I had to watch. It's kind of hentai, and it's kind of not. It's very interesting, and the story behind it is quite cool, trying to get away with something, risque without, actually having to have that level of how much can we get away with. That's actually quite a cool premise for a show in general, and I actually did a review on that. That's not what I'm talking about today. Today, I'm talking about the, how can I say it, the older brother of the manga was better. Manga. In this situation, it's an interesting one because for the first time in forever, I will say this. I think the anime was better because it was. Kind of weird, I know. But in general, I don't think there's that much wrong about the anime in general to warrant it. I mean, okay, there is one reason, and that's to read new episodes, or read, what happens next. But honestly, what happens next, I'm sorry to say it, but it's kinda interesting. It's also kinda just, Basically, what we get to go through is what I like to call, I don't even know. It's kind of like you take the actual show and it's just kind of like, oh hey, it's an episode by episode type thing. You meet a new monster lady. That's what it used to be. But then it's like, it's now just kind of like, okay, we're knowing stuff about the characters, like their mothers, and the only interesting one was Suntorea's because, talking about pride and different rituals and such, but the rest of the mother-like characters are just so uninteresting to me. Like, Mia's just kind of being like, I want to abuse humans, why not? That's cool, right? And just kind of being like these one-off characters that you're never gonna see again. Even the mermaid lady, I already forgot her name. Anyway, it's just kind of weird stuff like that. You get to meet a few new characters and you get to know a bit more about the agents and stuff like that. The onsen plot, the whole like Fox Girl thing where like the transformation art stuff, some one-off stuff like characters just kind of figuring out things. I know one of my friends really likes the Wasp Lady. That's kind of neat. But in general, I know exactly what this is for. This is softcore, well, hentai. And that's, with a plot, I guess. It's sort of interesting. It's not like a train wreck. It's kind of like watching your friend spout, like, really weird theories about life. Just kind of being like, the Illuminati created the pyramids and, you know, President Nixon wasn't real, he was a robot. You kind of just want to watch it and be like, oh, that's funny, man. And that's kind of what the manga is like. You read it and you're like, wow, this is definitely going somewhere. It's interesting enough to read, and I think its whole slice of life kind of variancy between pages and stuff like that is kind of cool. I don't think characters are really talked about too much. I don't think that, like, there's much character progression besides, like, I don't know, Ragnara, kind of. And maybe Mia, but she's, like, the author's favorite, so, you know. Of course she's gonna have some kind of development in general. And the newer characters, there's this ice lady who owns an onsen. I don't know how to say that. She's kind of interesting. Caffel, Caffel's whole thing is for people who like milking, and the whole thing about going to the Snake Kingdom, I swear to God, was made for my friend Valiant. So, all in all, I'd say this was an interesting endeavor into everything. I really wanted to add more to this review, but the Monster Musume game that I really wanted to play as like a review so I could add more to this is apparently closed down. I'll show some footage of it from other people. I'll make sure to link that in the description that I used it, but it's just kind of interesting, and in general, I'm just glad I got to talk with this community, kind of. The community may be more interesting than the actual show, who knows, but if another season of the anime comes out, you can be sure that I will make something out of it. And I think it could have added to this review in general, but I'll try my best to cover some bases. This is not at all like a giant review of the manga. This is more so just a review of kind of what I think of it and just some general descriptions of events. I was glad to talk to this community, though. I will say this, and I kind of have someone to thank for that, but they're not going to be thanking me near the end because I need to talk to them in general. Anyway, I quite like the show, not for the reasons you're thinking, but okay, those reasons too, but also the fact that the world's most horrible character is in it, the funny snake lady. Let's go. That's a joke, but really, I don't really see it, and I don't really see the point in reading the manga when, you know, the only thing you're gonna get out of it really is a few new characters, which some of them are cool, like the Ice Onsen lady, and, you know, you have a poisonous one, you have Draco, the lady who likes fake blood. This manga is weird. Anyway, main point is that I actually quite liked this experience, and I wish I could have went more in depth with some of the other media, such as the game, but sadly it's gone and I can't really do that. So I'll leave you off with this. Great show and manga. I mean, I don't know what to say. If you are really hankering for a slime lady, I mean, there you go. There's the door.
Who's the super cool cop? It always gets the bad guy. Donut boy, that's me, yeah. He brings a delicious assortment of sweet delights. Donut boy, got a creamy filling.
Hey, to the person I told to, stay past the credits, good job. You did it. Anyway. Man, you fucked up. You really did. And it really doesn't help when you keep dodging the situation and just kind of not really doing anything. You told me this is the only video you would comment on, and honestly, this was my last resort, man. So, I'm gonna give it to you straight. I'm losing a lot of empathy for you, man. Or sympathy. Anything for you, man. And I know that's normal for me, but seriously. It doesn't help any of us, our friendship, or anything. And I honestly feel like you're not learning anything from the situation. I don't want to believe that, man. I've had this conversation with you. You don't want to hear it. Listen, you could make everything 10 times better. With me, with Connor, with everybody. By just doing two simple things for me, man. A proper apology, and I mean a proper apology. You gotta list everything you did wrong. That's the only thing I would ever want from you, man. You pretty much almost ruined my birthday. You ruined friendships with a lot of people just by doing this shit. You're now dodging me like you're the victim, man. It's not cool. It's not cool at all. And honestly, I'm really pissed about it. I am really pissed. I'm legitimately disappointed in you. I want you to know that. Because I don't know how hard you're pushing, and it just doesn't make sense to me, man. It doesn't. So please, save any shred of anything and just say a proper apology. Please, you owe it to me. You owe it to a lot of people. But for now, just me. Because it's really... Man, you can't just act like nothing happened. You can't just do that. That's not okay. I had sympathy before because, you saved me, you told me the honest truth. Now tell me the honest truth about how you, what you did by an actual apology. You're still my friend, and really, if I don't see any improvement or anything, or for the first time in a while on, for a friend of Connor's or anything, I'm just gonna straight up unfriend you. I'm seriously done, dude. You're not making the situation any better. You're not making the situation, you're not doing anything about it. You're running, you're coping, sometimes you're putting the blame on me when I haven't even done anything. Come on. Just, come on, man. You know what to do, so do it.